Been a postseason of many different paths that could be traveled. As we saw today, Micah Parsons traded to the Packers. You go back a number of months, Myles Garrett could have been traded away from this Browns team. We could see and feel very different about the defensive line depth chart. The quarterback situation, I think that many have laughed at the Browns for four quarterbacks in that room, but now Kenny Pickett traded away. Was he just an insurance policy? We're seeing some good play out of the quarterbacks, and Joe Flacco is back to, super dad off the couch, going to be a star quarterback for the Browns. I'm excited about this depth chart and this final 53 roster. Drew, are you excited?
That makes one of us, Ryan. No, I'm not. I'm not trying to hate. I'm really not. But if you look at this team, it starts to become clear why they're one of the favorites for the first overall pick next year. There are some strengths. Don't get me wrong. The defensive line, I think, will be very, very good. Malik Collins, Shelby Harris, Mason Graham, Alex Wright. And that's not even counting the best defensive player on the planet in Myles Garrett, right? Like that is a very formidable, crew in terms of a defensive line. I think they're going to be very good. Beyond that, there is a lot that has to go right for the team to be good. And when that is true, it's professional football. Like not every that's really hard to have happen. Those stars have to all align. So I have concerns now with Martin Emerson being out with the cornerback depth. The linebackers with JOK, he's obviously not going to play this year. He might never play again. And that's on the stronger side of the ball, right? On the other side, what does Joe Flacco have left at age 41? Everything behind him is a question mark. The wide receivers, what are you going to get outside of the top guy? Will they ever sign Quinshon Judkins? I hope so. Will the left tackle, will Dewan Jones hold up? How good is the center? Like, there's a lot of questions, guys. I don't mean to start like that, but there's a lot of things that have to go really correctly. And, we'll do a little foreshadowing here. I really like their first matchup. I think this is a team that will show you if you're going to be good enough this year, but it's also a team that they sort of match up okay against. So, I am really looking forward to seeing what happens here week one.
Eric, you're always positive. Come on, with this Browns roster. Come on, we're excited. Isaiah Bond or a late pickup. It's receivers. We should feel great.
Always the realistic one of the three. I see some positive. I see some concerns. In addition, the defensive line. We have the depth, we have the experience of defensive line, and I think should control some line of scrimmages, hopefully in most games, but it would be great if it starts off Sunday. I really like what they did at the tight end room. David Njoku, the drafting of Harold Fannin, and even Blake Whiteheart as a third stringer. He's going to be doing the AKA dirty work, which is blocking, while the other two are going to be mostly pass catchers. I like to see them in two tight end sets. There have been many times with the Kevin Stefanski's offense where it's been David Njoku and another guy, and that other guy we couldn't rely on more than 5 yards at a time. So having two weapons on the inside that should help, whether it's a rookie or Joe Flacco on a regular basis, is something that this offense desperately needs. We have the receivers. We have some receivers. I don't know how good they are. We've had one proven one. We've had couple guys that are ready to blossom, but having one solid tight end and a promising rookie at tight end, I think will assist this offense a little bit more than many have expected. For the concern side, look, you can't look any further than the running back position. You had Quinshon Judkins, second round pick. He is not available right now. Can Jerome Ford carry the load? Will Dylan Sampson be able to go from a fourth round rookie running back to, a regular player, not necessarily a starter, but getting a lot of touches on a game to game basis? They picked up Raheem Sanders, off waivers. He's going to have to fill some type of void that we were not expecting. So you're counting on a fourth round rookie and a guy that they just picked up to carry the load, and a guy who had to rework his contract before the season to stay on this team. So really want the running backs to do well, but that's a big ask. And that's kind of goes to my next point is what are we doing at quarterback? You kind of were expecting the running back to be taking a lot of pressure off the quarterback. So we're not expecting too much of Joe Flacco or a pair of rookies for this team. Joe Flacco has shown the ability to go deep, to throw for a lot of yards, but he's also thrown a lot of interceptions, a lot of pick sixes. So, I mean, I think there's got to be a fine balance. I think we got to turn to the run game, but hopefully a decent running attack can open up that play action game. Um, God willing, Joe Flacco goes all 17 plus and is good all 17 plus, but realistically, I don't see that happening. So there's a good chance that we turn to a rookie quarterback midway through the season. Could be my guy that I said is going to have the most games started. Could be Drew's guy. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's a concern. Can they have a Derek Anderson like run in 2007? We'll
Wow,
see.
my
I don't
guy, you're
expect
gonna
it.
throw my guy out there.
You never know, but it's concerning. I mean, we don't have that established guy. We've had a guy that was established 15 years ago, two guys that have never done it. But I really like this coaching staff, and I like, not necessarily that we don't have the Bill Callahan anymore, but our offensive line coach is definitely competent. We couldn't say that last year. I think, you know, um, I'm drawing a blank. The guy from Notre Dame, Tommy Reese, elevating him to offensive coordinator, I think is going to help out. And
Alabama? He's from Alabama.
Alabama, he played at Notre Dame. He played
Oh,
for
you're right.
both.
You're right.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
he's from Alabama. So yeah, I mean, I think we have a lot of pieces and parts in places that we can steal some wins. I don't expect us to be top five. I don't expect us to make the playoffs, but I think somewhere in the middle. Have an okay season for Brown standards, probably not for most teams. But as far as the depth's concerned, we're very top heavy and bottom heavy. By that I mean salaries wise. We have your Denzel Wards, your Myles Garretts, and then we have 13 or so rookies, some of those undrafted. There's not much of a fine middle class. We're kind of, like I said, top heavy, bottom heavy, but you could say the same about the Bengals. So it's just a matter of can your top of the line players beat their top of the line players. So I'm excited to see it, but I've seen much worse rosters for the Browns. So we'll end on that positive note.
Perfect.
Okay.
One thing, hypothesis here of Browns starting to look at, preparing for the Bengals, looking at these highlights, seeing, what happened to
Oh,
start this?
oh
D Hop.
boy.
We talked about,
Hey, get him. Oh,
not
rats.
exactly an effort there. There's certain things that we're not going to have to worry about this season. Deshaun Watson is one of those, and Dustin Hopkins and some of his, maybe not the surest thing on his kicking, which it's just so crazy that he was such a great kicker in that first year, got, a solid contract out of it and just hasn't found it afterwards. But on to new opportunities. Let's see if we can catch lightning in a bottle. And on special teams, we know Bojorquez is going to be solid
Oh
for
yeah,
us.
he's
Yes, he
good.
will.
It says something when you bring out the smiles for the punter, I suppose. But
We
Not
know
our
we're in
first time.
trouble when we see lots of punting, going back to way back Browns in those early years. But let's see. Let's see what they do against the Bengals. We're excited. And go Browns.
go Browns.
Browns.